they're not going to pay attention. But if you got one thing, they're going to remember, like, oh, those are your shoes because they got a K on it.
Alright, so what means the most to you?
I feel like what means the most to me is I think life. Because, I mean, how would I know that life means the most to me if I haven't fully lived it? Crazy. A lot of times life is like very unpredictable or hard to like navigate, and I think in the chaotic senses we kind of get judgmental of ourselves and we kind of like blame ourselves for getting stuck. But like honestly recognizing that that is life and not knowing is life and not knowing how to handle it, and you know, grief's supposed to remind you like to live, and you're supposed to celebrate people dying, but it's like a very humble and like a very big stuck point for a lot of people. And in that darkness you could like feel stagnant, in that darkness you could feel like not enough, in that darkness you can feel like unworthy of even like getting to that light, especially after being in the dark for so long. You're like, okay, it's not meant for me, or like if things continuously go wrong or don't happen for you, of course it's like, why not me, and why aren't I deserving of this thing? And then sometimes life just doesn't make sense, and sometimes you just won't have the answer for that. But acknowledging like the things that you're saying to yourself at this time and like what that means for you, because sometime later that is going to be your story, or that is going to be your thing that like helps you identify with yourself at that time. So in order to combat that reality, I feel like you die with your grief, and you're allowing yourself to shed skin, because you have to allow new reality, allow new goals, allow new dreams, and that is scary and it's uncomfortable. And sometimes that is what makes life the most living, when you get back up, because then you're like, dang trees, dang air, dang life, like I'm okay. Like of course life could be going excessively hard right now, but I'm sitting here breathing, sun's on me, log is soft, but people are alive, and I'm not stressed, and I'm not suffering in this being, I'm suffering in the experiences. And yeah, that suffering and getting able to get back up again and be grateful again, that means I think the most to me, because I get to continuously experience even when it doesn't work out how I want it to. Oh, like who are we to cancel grace? Who are we to like assume that these people don't deserve these things? Who are we to act like we automatically deserve it? And I feel like a lot of the world will require people to think about how things are not about them all the time. But people don't want to think about how things are not always about them. They always want to be right and be perfect and have it all together, and then blame somebody else because they're not. Like, that's not human at all. I don't know, of course you can say this now, like when you're in a better place to reflect, but like when you get stuck, that's stuck for real. Like you're stuck for real. And if you're pulling yourself out of situations that a lot of people would normally go get help for, you know, clap it up, but also make sure that you get help in terms of navigating that you don't always have to endure hard seasons alone. Tough one, because a lot of people don't want to admit, like, this is just too hard for me. I can't navigate this. I need help. I need you to ask about me. I need you to check in on me when I don't want to check on myself. I need you to show up for me in ways that is unexplainable and unimaginable without me having to ask. And a lot of people are like, oh, these are unrealistic expectations. No, this is what I'm expecting. And if it's unrealistic for you, you can go ahead and go, buddy. In life, when I'm like stressed, hold on, we gotta find the right tree. You gotta have like moments like this where you're like, whoa. Like, this right here is so pretty to me. Oh yeah, I see you. And it's just life. Oh, they don't want to hear me, they just want to dance.